Everybody wants some blast of magic, 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 magic. Look up the magic you made.
It's Wednesday and it's time for the next episode of Magician 101, the show for all magicians. I love doing this show. Post your questions down below for next week and I'll give them an answer. And Brendan Shepherd Studios has the first question. Here is the question from Brendan. He asks, I'm actually thinking about getting the Tiny Plunger. Can you review it? Is it easy or hard? And can you do it with a regular deck of cards? All right. Let's talk first about the deck of cards. Yes, you can use a regular and borrowed deck of cards. So that's what I love. I love magic that can be done using borrowed objects, like a deck of cards that can be borrowed from a spectator, or a finger ring, or something like that. Okay, now, first of all, is it easy or hard, the Tiny Plunger? The Tiny Plunger is both. The reason being is because they give you different moves to do on the DVD. I'll talk more about the moves aspect in a moment. And some of them require a lot of sleight of hand, some require little sleight of hand, some require none. So if you, now the moves thing I was talking about, let me get into that before I start doing more of the review. The moves thing is sort of like an ambitious card. With this, you want to take the moves they teach on the DVD, put a couple into your act, and make your own routine out of the Tiny Plunger gimmick. You don't want to do something where it's like you're copying their presentation word for word and move for move. It's basically like an ambitious card where you take a couple ambitious card moves and you put them together to make your own routine. That's kind of the same thing. You take a few Tiny Plunger moves or ideas and you bring them into your own routine. So if you do a lot with if you do some of the more involved sleight of hand, it gets a little tougher, but some of the basic moves are easy. So I recommend getting Tiny Plunger because it's a really, really great trick. And I think you're really going to like the trick if you get it because it's fun to do, especially when you talk about the Tiny Plunger, but you don't call it a plunger. You pull it out and like, that's a plunger. And then you're like, no, it's my Suckmaster or whatever you happen to call your Tiny Plunger. Really cool. The DVD, or the trick comes with a DVD. It comes with this plunger and it comes with this guy. Now, this guy is for like a do-as-I-do routine. Where you have have the spectator, you lift up the card with this plunger, and then you hand the plunger off to the spectator, and they try to lift it up, and they can't. Now, this does take a lot more practice to be able to lift up the playing card with this plunger versus this one. This one sticks automatically, and it will stay stuck. This one, you have to practice it a little bit. So just be fair warned with that. So you've got to be fair warned. And they do teach you how to use this guy in the DVD. But I do think it's definitely worth the money and definitely worth the buy because I do love the Tiny Plunger. Great trick. All right. Jay Brothwick has the next question. Hey, mate. Hope you're well. Great show as always. What magic tricks have you asked Santa for Christmas? And what is the coin pail trick? Thanks, 444RR. Okay. Let's go into the magic tricks that I've asked Santa for. Now, Jay actually asked, what magic trick have you asked Santa for Christmas? But I actually have asked for a lot of stuff. I'm going to go over a few things that I've asked for on my Christmas list. I asked for envelope. That's one of the big things I asked for. That's one of the big things I really want. So we'll see if I get that. Envelope. That's the one where you have you put the envelope in your pocket. It's empty. Spectator picks a card. And the card jumps back into the empty envelope, and the cards go into the pocket where the envelope was. Very cool. Another thing I've asked for, which I don't know if I'm going to get because it's like super expensive, is the multiplying potato chips. I've asked for that. I don't know if I'll get that, so we'll see. Looks like a really cool trick, though, so I'm really excited for that one. I hope I do get that. There's one by an American magic company. They're called Smoky Mountain Magic, and they make handmade giant stage illusions for birthday parties and stage and gospel magic because the owner, Dan Wolf, is actually a gospel magician. He does some church shows. I've asked for one from their site, the Pop Gun, where you have you do a William Tell kind of story where you have an apple on top of somebody's head. The kid takes your pop gun, which is made out of soda cans. That's why it's called a pop gun. And then they take a silk, it's inside, you shove a silk inside of this pop gun, they shoot it, there's a balloon in the middle of the two spectators, so the balloon pops, and then, so like the silk is popped the balloon, traveled through, and landed inside the apple. It's really, really cool. So check that out, though, at SmokyMountainMagic.com. That's a really cool one. And I did Dan Wolf's allergic reaction for one of the Magic Challenge videos, so definitely go check that out, too, because he actually has done a couple close-up tricks. He hasn't done many, because he doesn't do very many close-up. He's not a close-up guy. He's more of a stage guy. But the pop gun's actually out of stock till Christmas, so I may not get that for Christmas this year. Some other things I've asked for is the 40 Surprise by Tenyo. I have my list up here on the computer, and I can't read it because I have the text so small, because I have to be able to see the questions for this week. I have 40 Surprise by Tenyo. That's the one where it's the, you show this little tray box thing to be empty, and you make the Statue of Liberty appear. Diminishing Milk's another one I've asked for on my Christmas list. That's the one where you have three... That was weird. You have 4 different size tumblers, and one of them has, the tall one has milk inside of it, and then the next one's a little bit smaller, but the milk, all the milk stays in that, or gets transferred into the smaller tumblers, and it's weird because the small one contains the same amount of milk as the big one did, so that's really cool. Another one I've asked for is the Crystal Silk Cylinder. That's one where you have this little cylinder, and you can make silks turn into oranges, or an empty tube turn into a tube with a bunch of silks in it. Really cool. And some other ones I've asked for is... I can't see. Oh, the Volcano Dice by Joker Magic. That's one where you have this huge die. You put a cover over it, lift up the cover, and all the big dice has turned into small little ones. Very cool. And let's see, I've also asked for Super Coke. Super Coke. That's the Vanishing Coke bottle, but it's done with a plastic soda bottle instead of these glass ones. So we'll see what I get for Christmas. And I've asked for a couple more things on my magic section on my Christmas list. I've also asked for some other Wizard of Oz related items, but that's sort of what I've asked for on my Christmas list. And if you want to know about any of the tricks that I just rambled off, I know some stuff about these tricks. So if you want to know about them, maybe for next week's show, post your questions about those tricks in the comments below if you'd like. And Jay Brothwick asked about the coin pail. Coin pail is the miser's dream. I don't know if you know what the miser's dream is. Basically, miser's dream is a routine where you bring a kid up on stage. Normally it's done with a kid. And you pull a coin out of thin air. And you put the coin in the bucket. You keep pulling coins out of the air. Keep putting them in the bucket. You can rattle and shake the bucket. And they hear the coins inside of there. And at the end of the routine, all the coins you've been putting inside this pail have disappeared. And there's other things you can do with the miser's dream, like you can have the kid cough, and a couple coins, like when they cough, come out of their mouth. Sometimes you can have the kid put their, kind of have this, like have them bend in a weird way. You pump their arm on the other side, and from this arm, dribbles out coins from their armpit or whatever. There's lots of ways to do that routine. So it's sort of like another ambitious card. There's many different miser's dream moves you can do. But it's a really great trick. It's basically, the coin pail is basically a more prettier miser's dream pail. Most of the miser's dream buckets that's just it. They're metal buckets. This one actually has handles on the side of it, though, and many different companies make the miser's dream pail or bucket, so you can go check it out and see. The more expensive ones, I don't think they're better than the cheaper ones, but you got to do your research on that and see, if you're thinking about doing a miser's dream, you got to look into it, maybe get a nice miser's dream DVD and a nice miser's dream bucket. I don't do miser's dream, but it's a really great trick I've seen magicians do it live, and it plays really, really cool, so definitely check that out. Miser's Dream. All right, and oh, by the way, with Miser's Dream, you don't get the DVD and the bucket a lot of times. A lot of times it's the bucket or the DVD, or sometimes it's, so you got to make sure you look at that. All right, and we have a new person who commented this week, not on last week's Magician 101, but he posted on a video I posted yesterday about the superhero glasses. He wants to know a little bit more about the superhero glasses. It's from Cool Decks and Tricks, and he says, good video, and where are the other two reveals? Like, are they on the lenses? And what pattern can I use because I don't wear glasses and my friends know that? Can you give me some suggestions? All right. You can do the trick if you don't wear glasses. And I'll talk about that in a moment. Let me show you what you get with this trick. I love this trick. This is one of my favorite new tricks. I'm going to start using this all the time. I did this trick. I did this trick over the weekend. And a little side note, I filmed that video for the Friday night for the superhero glasses. But I did try it out. It played great. So definitely check this out. Let me show you what you get. You get a nice little carrying case with it. You get a cleaning cloth, which I really, really like. And these are the superhero glasses. Now, with the let me clean these off because they are dirty. With the superhero glasses, as I did in the demo, all you do is the reveal is on the lenses. So you blow, and you can actually show the reveal of the glasses, which is really, really cool. It really, really is a killer trick. Both reveals are on the lenses, or all 4 reveals are on the lenses. Now, I can't talk about the reveals, like the secret of the reveals, but it's really, really cool when you blow and the card just appears right on the lenses. I think that is awesome. I think it really, really makes the trick super cool. But it's I love the trick. I can't stop talking about this trick. I can't stop taking the glasses and just blowing on them and making the reveals appear. I think it's awesome. And it blew a lot of people's minds away. I did this at my work. I did a magic show at my work for customers over the weekend. And they were blown away when I did these superhero glasses. Like that. All right, so you asked about some suggestions if you want to buy the superhero glasses, but you don't wear glasses. Well, as you saw, excuse me, in my video. No, did I do that in the video? Well, anyways, what I did when I did the trick over the weekend was I wore these glasses and I said, you know what? I got to be truthful. These aren't my real glasses. I'm actually a superhero. So I take these off and I put on my superhero glasses and say, these are my superhero glasses. This is sort of like my Clark Kent glasses. And then I go into the superhero glasses routine. I'll have the spectator choose a card. And then I'll blow and talk about my superpowers having, really odd breath or something like that. And I'll blow. And the prediction reveals itself on the lenses. Really, really cool. If you don't wear glasses, you can definitely write, or you can definitely have different patterns if you don't wear glasses. One thing you could do is talk about being a superhero. And you could talk about that, this is me, normal, everyday kind of Clark Kent man. The only way I get my superhero powers is if I put on the superhero glasses. And then you could put on the glasses and you could talk about having superhero powers when you have the glasses on you. Okay, or when you are touching the glasses. It gives you superhero powers. Because if you say that you get superhero powers wearing the glasses, when you take the glasses off, you're not gonna be able to do the blow and the reveal because you're not wearing the glasses, so that wouldn't be superpowers. So I usually, if you don't wear glasses, you could say when I'm holding and touching the glasses or I'm wearing them, I get superpowers. Like one really cool thing is X-ray vision. I could see, I have X-ray vision now. Yep. I love it. And you can make, if you're doing this for adults, you can make some kind of adult joke about, oh, you're not wearing underwear or something like that, or I can see your underwear or something like that. But if you're doing it for kids, you can just say, I had X-ray vision, like, I can see what's in your bag there, or whatever. You make a little joke. Another thing you could do is you could say, oh, I was thinking about it, I was thinking about when I get older, maybe my vision will start to go down a little bit, so I wanted to see how I'd look in glasses. What do you think? How do I look with these glasses? A lot of people say I should wear the square kind. Do you think these look good on me? That's one thing you could do with the superhero glasses, but I kind of like the superhero thing. Talk about being a superhero, and then it makes, and it kind of ties it in better. That's kind of the only pattern that I use for these glasses is, because I was playing around with the trick Friday night, and I thought, what other pattern can I use? But I thought, superhero makes the most sense, because when you do the reveal of the card and you blow, people are going to think it's a magic prop. And they're still probably going to think that these glasses are a magic prop when you use them, when you blow and the prediction is revealed. but it kind of ties in a little better if you say, I'm actually a superhero. This is my superhero power, and you blow. So I kind of think that the best way to present this is as a superhero. Even if you wear glasses or if you don't wear glasses, present this as a superhero. And I think just doing the pattern that I talked about, saying, if you don't wear glasses, saying, oh, I'm actually a superhero. Did you guys know that? And really play it up as you're playing around with your friends. So go like, hey, did you guys know I'm a superhero? It's true. It's true. You know how Clark Kent has to wear glasses to hide his superhero disguise? I actually have to wear glasses to become a superhero. And you put these on, and I have superhero powers when I wear them or if I touch the glasses. And then you have them select a card, blow, and the prediction can be revealed. So really, really cool, the superhero glasses. I recommend picking these up because it's a great trick. And for anybody else watching this, it's a really great trick. If you've been looking at it and you're like, I don't know, you should definitely get this. It gets great reaction out in real world scenarios, and people love this. People love this. I mean, I had some customer. It was a customer, and I did a couple tricks for him because I first started off by doing Chris Ballinger's forced outcome, which is a great trick. I talk about that all the time. And some magicians know about that. Then I went on to another trick. I think I did something else. I can't remember what I did. And then I did the superhero glasses for my closer. As they were leaving the store, after they shopped around and bought their stuff, as they were leaving the store, the guy came back up to me. The dad came back up to me and said, the one you did with your glasses, that was the coolest one. And so they really get a good reaction. All right, I've been rambling too much about the superhero glasses. One more thing I will say about them, go pick them up. They are really, really cool. And as I talked about in the performance video for yesterday's Magic Challenge, I said it comes in black or it comes with blue plastic on the sides, which look like 1980s sunglasses in my opinion. But it's a really cool trick. Go get the superhero glasses. Remember to post your questions down below for next week, and I'll see you next time. I have a jack, and I also have 3 10s. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the jack and we're going to sandwich it right in. Of course, you get the 2 tubes and you get a certain amount of bottles. Let me grab one of the bottles. He was on a roll with hole-in-one. Not only did he sink the putt on his first shot, but he also got the $500